Welcome to 2K Sports for another edition of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan with Greg Anthony and Brent Barry. From the sideline, we'll have David Aldridge. We'll be hearing from him in just a moment. DA, take it away.
Hey, Kevin, thanks very much. The Utah Jazz made a big move last year with the trade for Mike Conley. Conley said the players they had in place, two-way guys who play unselfishly, is something I've built my game around. We have guys who are willing to do whatever it takes to win. Kevin, back to you.
The Jazz, like Memphis, willing to grind. Thanks, DA. And the Clippers starting five. Marcus Morris is out there with Ivica Zubac. Then it's Paul George. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. And it's Beverly in at the point guard position. And for the Jazz, Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. O'Neal is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's Bogdanovic in at the 3 slot. Plenty of experience, Greg, on the floor tonight. How does that shape what we're about to see, do you think?
You know, Kevin, this is one of those games where guys are going to be smart out on the floor. They're going to be in the right positions to make plays. And honestly, this could come down to who makes the bigger, tougher shots.
Bounce pass, Conley. Gobert with it. Guarded now by Morris. And the foul called on Marcus Morris. That's his first foul. Bogdanovic against Leonard. Now the pass to Mitchell. The putback. Great positioning on the putback.
He knows his job. Gobert is there to own the glass and cash in on as many second chance opportunities as he can.
And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And Bones, he stands just 6'1", but Patrick Beverly rebounds like a forward.
The fact that he's going to bring it mentally, GA, I mean, that's the huge advantage. I think if you're in the opposing locker room and you know you're going to get on the floor, Patrick Beverly is going to be right in your jock for every minute that you're going to be competing against him.
And the first one drops.
One of the better perimeter defenders in the game, and in the golden age of scoring point guards, Patrick Beverly doing his best to slow them down on a nightly basis.
All free throws good from Beverly. And so it's Conley bringing up the ball for Utah. Kicks to O'Neal. Conley scanning the floor. Buried from 15 feet out.
And hitting the mid-range jumper here early gives the defense just another thing to think about.
Yeah, he's got to be a little bit more on their radar after knocking down something like that.
Now, here's Zubac. And here's Beverly. Pass to Leonard. 6 to shoot. Good D by Bogdanovic. Now here's Conley, the fast break opportunity. Here's O'Neal. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
And he's a pure point guard with terrific vision. Conley finds open teammates at times before they realize they're open.
Beverly against Bogdanovic. Oh, that's blocked. And the Jazz pushing it up now. The offensive rebound. For the Clippers, it's been a slow start here.
Oh, look at that.
Well, not only looking at Paul George get up, look at the guys on the bench loving it from PG.
To the middle. Unloads from 9. Misses off the left iron. The Clippers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Plenty of daylight on that shot.
When you're a veteran player like Paul George, you understand that even 24 seconds is a long time. Great patience to wait for that play.
Now, here's O'Neal. Back to Conley. Off the mark, his first miss of the game, 1 for 2. And here's Leonard from 3. No good that time. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Here's O'Neal. Pass to Mitchell. And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And footwork really so important. Donovan threads the drive there with
Leonard, the pass to Zubats. George against Mitchell. Gobert with the block, and they get it back. And here's Leonard from three. Rebounded by the Jazz.
and he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
Clippers trail by 4. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. George, no good.
I'm not going to see that very often. The defense in the vicinity, but still, he's not one to blow layups. Those layups. This is a rough stretch right here for him offensively. Seems to be rushing shots.
Shoots, and good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
Yeah, Paul George ready to shoot as soon as he caught it. Quick release there.
To Gobert. Mitchell outside. And here's Conley outside. And again, it's the Jazz from deep. And here is Los Angeles now, trailing by 5. They've been looking out of sync offensively.
Yeah, their offense has ground to a standstill.
Down low, here's George. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
And the versatility of Paul George's game, elite defense and rebounding, steals and deflections.
You think about Paul George moving to several teams, yet still having the impact on both ends of the floor. I think that is a telltale sign that you have an elite talent in Paul George.
And the first one at the line is good.
And with Paul George, it's pretty awesome. You get the whole package. You get great scoring, you get good playmaking and rebounding, you get a defender with active hands. And there's a lot of things about Paul George that can elevate everything you do to have great team success.
And George drops them both.
A great player on a great role at the charity stripe. The D has got to be careful about being too aggressive on him and sending him back for freebies.
Now here's Conley. He has 7. Here's Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubats. Clippers trail by 3. Here's the break. Leonard, that's for 2. That one off the back iron and out.
Yeah, but the hand in the face, it's critical that you contest his shots every time down the floor. And he's trying to shoot his way out of it. You know, they have the lead, but honestly, I think it might help if he'd be a little bit more selective tonight.
Drops in the tray.
And a guy with more of a mid-range game, Morris can still jack it up from deep if you give him enough space and time.
Now, here's Mitchell. Dishes to Gobert. Mitchell wide open. And he gets the friendly spin, and that one drops. Mitchell's got his second bucket.
Gets one to fall, but only his second make in the first 7 attempts.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
Trying to snap them out of this little slump.
Well, they can't find the net right now, and all they need, I think, is just to get one to go, get back on track.
And so Beverly will bring it up for the Clippers. Trailing by 2. But he gets it back.
You know, they don't score on that shot, but they're going to be happy with those kinds of possessions.
Gobert. And there's Gobert putting it right back in.
And off to a strong start offensively. He's got a nice touch.
Bogdanovich against Leonard. Zubats trying to break loose. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Here's O'Neal. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. The Jazz shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
Yeah, a year ago, though, Kevin, 78% conversion rate from the free throw line. So that's a nice all-around effort.
That's good from O'Neal. A different look for the Clippers. Serge Ibaka is checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Kawhi Leonard. Rajon Rondo is subbed in for Patrick Beverley. O'Neal hits them both. Clippers trail by 6. Here's Rondo. Bogdanovich grabs the miss.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
Los Angeles has gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Here's Batum. Good D by Bogdanovich.
Well, a lot of players in the league are going to make that shot, and for him, it's pretty much automatic. It's a good defensive effort to prevent the layup.
Here's Mitchell, and the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And man, does Mitchell get buckets, and from everywhere on the floor. A versatile offensive threat. I mean, simply an incredible postseason performance from Donovan Mitchell. The team went out in the first round, but he put the scoring load on his back. One of the best displays of offense I've ever seen in the postseason.
Reggie Jackson's checked in for Morris.
What's up?
You know, Greg, you look at the numbers that Mitchell put up in that series. Simply amazing.
I mean, he was putting up 40, 50-point games like it was nothing. At times, the guy looked unguardable. Truly one of the young stars to come out of the Orlando bubble.
Now here's Rondo. They need this, and Jackson finishes inside.
Orchestrating right now, Rondo should be playing with a baton.
Jazz leading by 7. And it's blocked. Back to Ibaka. Utah with the rebound. Gobert's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's Mitchell missing.
Teammates right now covering up for the type of off performance he's having. In terms of scoring, this has not been his best night.
And he is really in a zone right now, playing and scoring with confidence.
Timeout is called. First of the game for the Jazz. Greg, I know you've played for some great coaches in your day. What is it that separates the truly elite coaches, in your opinion, from just coaches that are pretty good?
I think the one attribute that's most important for a great coach is consistency. And I've said this, you can coach a lot of different ways, you can win a lot of different ways, but you've got to be sincere and true to your principles and your philosophy. And those are the coaches, and I've had them that have done it different ways, but they've been the most successful. And listen, you've also at the professional level, you've got to have a presence about you. You got to have some charisma out there as well to get these men to buy in.
And the Jazz with some changes. Derek Favors checked in for Gobert. Joe Ingles comes in for O'Neal, and it's Clarkson in for Donovan Mitchell. Now, here's Clarkson. He kicks it to Bogdanovich for 3. Rebound by the Clippers. Now here's Jackson. Lobs it up for Ibaka. A flawless finish on the alley-oop. Now just a 2-point Jazz lead.
And you want more of this from Jackson. The more unselfish he is, the better the team.
Clarkson looking for an opening. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. Outside, Batum. Jackson misses. And here's Clarkson. He brings it up for the Utah Jazz. No one near Conley as he lets it go. The Jazz with another miss.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Utah has gone 2 of 5 from three-point land here in the first quarter. Favors passes to Bogdanovich. Count it.
And Bogdanovich, a talented scorer, likes getting involved down low.
Rondo kicks to Ibaka. Inside, here's Jackson. Got a piece of it. They retain possession. Jazz leading by 4. Ingles in the corner. The 3. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got his 4th rebound in this one. Jackson drives in. Conley grabs the miss.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Yeah, the length and height of Bogdanovich is impressive. Outstanding at slamming it down there when he got the chance.
Now here's Jackson. And he could not get that one to go. A lot of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. They get Derek Favors. The Clippers shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game. And that one falls for Jackson.
And Jackson certainly doesn't lack confidence. A speedy guard who can fill it up in no time.
Jackson hits both of them. Utah leading by 4. Now Clarkson still looking for his first bucket in this one. Favors trying to break free, and then Favors with the dunk.
Such determination on the glass. Not boxing out Favors is a huge mistake that you cannot afford to make.
Now here's Jackson. Right side George. Yep, that one goes in there. And that's now 11 points for George.
Feels like the other 4 guys have disappeared at this point. He wants to be the one to get them back.
Conley dishes to Clarkson. Over Jackson. The shot by Clarkson, no good. Clippers trail by 4. Jackson misses.
He just doesn't look like himself this quarter. Something's missing.
Well, he's missing, and it's starting to affect a little bit in his body language, and you just don't want to see that.
And I tell you, Bogdanovich is crafty inside. Knows how to get under the skin of the defense there and forces them to foul.
The Jazz have made 3 free throws so far. Haven't missed any.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls.
And entering the league as a complimentary scorer, Bogdanovich put up 20 points a game last year. That was a career high and the 4th straight year that he improved his scoring average.
No good on the second free throw. And another area where Bogdanovich is helping the offense. Greg is doing a better job of creating for others.
I mean, he still has that shoot-first mentality, but now if he doesn't have a clean look, he's much more willing to make the extra pass, and that makes him just that much more valuable to this team.
If he's going to keep shooting, they've got to run some plays for him. Screens, pick and rolls, anything they can do to get him started.
2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Clarkson likes to play with a lot of speed. He attracts the attention of the defense, and that's where he's getting the whistle.
The Jazz have gone 4 for 5 from the charity stripe in this one up to now.
Shoot 2.
And he makes the first.
Clarkson, it's interesting for him. He's not really a point guard and not really a shooting guard, so trying to find ways to stay in the game and stay aggressive and do whatever is asked of him to earn minutes.
So he hits 1 of 2 from the stripe.
And that one gives them a +5 rebound advantage, Kevin.
Batum with the ball. Now guarded by Bogdanovich. And George kicks to Rondo. George trying to break free. And Rajon Rondo the basket on the assist by George.
Better outside when he gets into a rhythm or when he gets his feet set. Rondo's smart at knowing when to fire.
Clarkson passes to Conley. To the paint. Here's Bogdanovich. And it's sent back by George. 7-second difference. Shot and game clock. Ibaka goes in. And the rejection by Favors. And here's the fast break. Clarkson leading the way.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
He shot 2 free throws in the game, made 1 and missed 1.
And going back to his performance at the line last year, guys, 84% as a free throw shooter.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him.
You just have to be more disciplined. I mean, too many fouls and free throw attempts for the opponent.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. It's a 5-point game. And there's the whistle. Illegal screen.
That's going to draw a whistle every time down the floor. Not even close to being a legal screen.
Yeah, everybody saw that one. That was pretty blatant there.
And that was a great replay we just saw of our Mobile One block.
And those are plays that get you in front and keep you in front.
Here's Mitchell. Over Rondo. And the last second attempt does not go in for him.
Yeah, Rondo sometimes gets it in his system that defensively he wants to disrupt the game, and he's doing it now.
Offense, the order of the day as the first quarter comes to a close. Jazz lead by 5. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. Recently, we spoke with Patrick Beverley about his throwback style. Well, pound for pound, Greg, Beverley may be the most physical player in the league.
And he also gets in your head. It's a combination that allows him to get stops against guys as big as Kevin Durant.
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, from what we've been watching with the Jazz, what are you guys seeing out there?
Well, this is the edge that great rim protection can give you.
Yeah, you can't be careless with your shot selection out there because some of them are getting thrown back.
And a chance here presented by Gatorade to see who's on the floor, all fueled up and ready to go for the start of the second quarter. Taking a look at the Jazz, Joe Ingles is out there with Bogdanovich. Then there's Favors. Then it's Donovan Mitchell, and it's Clarkson in at the 2-guard spot.
Shooting 2.
The first free throw is good. If you go step in a time machine, what would you like and dislike about playing in this era at this time?
Well, no doubt about the tempo and the spacing. I think that more than anything allows for the true skill and artistry of the game to be on display. I probably wouldn't want to get switched onto Embiid down low. I would probably dislike that and let it be known vociferously.
But I always pictured you as being fearless, like you would never turn down that kind of challenge.
I wouldn't turn it down publicly.
Well, it's the golden age of point guards, and Patrick Beverley trying to show that he belongs amongst them. Great awareness on that play.
Right side Favors. Back to Mitchell. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Beverly's got 4 rebounds in this game. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Kevin, thanks. For the Utah Jazz last season, there was a lot of fallout from the COVID crisis. But Rudy Gobert was able to patch up things with his teammates and specifically guard Donovan Mitchell. But Gobert realized his mistake. For a team with so much maturity and potential to win, it's good to see them finally be able to turn the page. Guys?
Good to see things back on track. Thanks, David. Mitchell in the corner. Favors surveying the floor. Clarkson on the wing, defended by Beverly. Here's Favors from deep Ingles. Hangs home the trifecta. And now a 7-point Jazz lead.
That's pretty much not how they want to defend the three-point line. Somebody's got to shadow him out there.
They double him with Mitchell. Jackson has the open look. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Well, you can see it's a matter of pride out there for these guys.
Not always the best scenario, but in this game, pride takes over. You score on me, I'm going to come back and score on you.
Now here's Favors. And the pass to Mitchell. Just 5 on the clock. The wide open look here for Ingles. And again, it's the Jazz from deep.
Yeah, he couldn't connect on anything from outside in the first quarter, but now he's hit 2 threes in the second quarter, and he looks much better.
Here's Jackson. 7 points in the game. Back to Batum. The rebound by the Jazz. Clarkson on the wing. 3-pointer. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Clarkson's got 5 points now this quarter.
I'd like to see more of that from Clarkson. Just get more consistent from the three-point line. Steps up and knocks that one down.
Zubac finds Beverly. Outside Leonard. The putback controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And those second chance points really become almost like bonus points when you can get them.
Utah calls timeout. And the Jazz with some changes. Gobert, he's checked in for Favors. And O'Neal subbed in for Bogdanovich. Morris is checked in for the Clippers. And here in the second quarter of action as we approach 4 minutes played. Clarkson passes to Gobert. He dishes it to Mitchell. Mitchell is double. Pocket 6. Here's Gobert. And slam dunk by Gobert.
You won't find a higher percentage shot in this league. Gobert from ground zero.
And last season, at least at first, it was a challenge for Ingles to mesh with Mike Conley.
Yeah, I mean, Conley came in to run the offense, which kind of took the ball out of Ingles' hands a little bit. But then Conley goes out with the hamstring, and that allowed Ingles to get back into rhythm, and he's been able to handle that load many times for this group.
It took a little bit of time, but now he's taking the pen off the cap and putting his mark on this game.
Here's O'Neal, and he uses the glass on the layup. O'Neal's got 7. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson deciding where to go with it. Beverly takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Well, how about Patrick Beverley showing you at a point guard he can still get up?
Clarkson passes to Gobert. Mitchell against Beverly. Here's Clarkson. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. The Jazz have shot 9 of 11 at the free throw line.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
And they have yet to miss a shot from the line here this quarter.
And both free throws good for Clarkson. And here's Beverly. He brings it up for Los Angeles. They trail by 9 points. It's Jackson atop the key. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Mitchell against Beverly. Mitchell dishes to Clarkson. No good with the triple. Clippers trail by 9. Jackson from long range. And another 3 for the Clippers.
What awareness there from Kawhi, waiting for his teammate to break free and then finds him.
Jazz have gone 6 of 9 in the second quarter. Some good work from the field. Clarkson against Jackson. Shots good by Clarkson.
Now how about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket.
Jackson against O'Neal. And he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
And how about the confidence right now from Jackson? Not bashful at attacking and drawing attention from there.
And this is his second trip to the line in the game.
Solid work at the line a season ago. 83% on his opportunities.
And that one falls for Jackson. Mike Conley's checked in for Jordan Clarkson. The Clippers also changing it up. Serge Ibaka has checked in for Zubac. And it's Paul George in for Patrick Beverly. And so Jackson nails both of them. O'Neal with it. He has 7. Kicks to Mitchell. And then Mitchell with the dunk.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now. Now here's Jackson. 12 points for him. To the inside. Very pretty alley-oop layup.
Paul George has the touch to score from everywhere.
Utah leading by 6. Conley the pass to Mitchell. O'Neal with it. It's Ibaka picking him up. Fires from 14. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Scraping and clawing, doing everything he can to grow that lead.
Emphatic on the putback stuff.
Now, team's having a tough time containing him, attacking all the way there.
Jackson trying to break free. And it's Leonard missing.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
And Gobert kicks to Conley. Mitchell against George. Shot from the top of the key. Again, Mitchell missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open.
And with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Leonard. Utah has gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Mitchell passes to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. Tips it up, and there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got 6 here in this quarter.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Ingles with the ball. Leonard picks him up. And the rejection by Leonard.
And that's the thing we know about Leonard. As a defender, on the ball, off the ball, he's rarely out of any play.
Offensive rebound. Morris. Oh, and he blocks it off the glass. Wow. Jazz leading by 8. Gobert down low, working on Ibaka. Los Angeles is going to sublime 4 of 4 from three-point range since we've gotten in here in the second quarter.
That's a reliable offensive option right there. Shooting with consistency as Paul George can get you from a number of spots.
And the Jazz call time here. And the Clippers making a switch here. Rondo's checked in. Here's Gobert. Another miss by Utah. And here's George. He'll bring it up for the Clippers. 6-point game.
And Marcus Morris has raised some eyebrows in the last couple of years, just being a much more efficient scorer.
And last season, Marcus Morris is named one of the hottest on the trade market.
Yeah, there's a lot going on in Marcus Morris's offseason a year ago. A lot of contenders looking to add him to the roster. Handshake deal with the Spurs, switched to the Knicks, and then eventually traded to the Clippers. So grab your musical chair and try to find a seat.
One is off.
Yeah, and of course, Marcus with a twin brother, Markieff, went to college together, played in the pros together. You'll have a hard time finding a closer pair of siblings.
And Utah making a change here. Favors is checked in. Good on the second free throw. Jazz leading by 5. Mitchell dishes to Gobert. Passes it to O'Neal. Goes up with a stripe. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. It's on Kawhi Leonard.
The aggressiveness of Mitchell, willing to take on the entire team to earn that foul.
This is his 3rd trip to the free throw line.
And when you shoot 86 from the line like he did last season, you usually cash in on those opportunities.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw dropped for Mitchell.
And how fearless is Donovan Mitchell? I mean, as a rookie, in his first playoff series, he went off for 38 in a closeout game against none other than Russell Westbrook.
And he can't hit the second.
And he's been much more aggressive here in the second quarter. He's getting to the line a lot more than he did in the first.
And then Favors with the dunk.
Slamming it home. Part of why Favors shoots it so well from the field, sometimes he just spikes it instead of shooting.
Now here's Rondo. Outside Leonard. And too long on the shot.
Maybe there are ways to contribute that don't involve shooting the basketball. That's the best way that maybe he can help them out in trying to win this game.
They push it up 4 on 3. Rondo with a clean look hits the jumper in space. Rondo's got 5. Here's Conley. He has 7. To Gobert. To the paint. Here's Mitchell. And the layup is good after a nice lead pass. And the Jazz lead by 8.
Not a lot of resistance on the inside, and they're taking full advantage.
Here's Rondo. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Rudy Gobert.
Although he's a bit smaller, Rondo knows he's got to outthink guys on the interior, and that time drew the contact.
This is his first free throw of the game.
You know, this is not an area where they expect him to contribute. You know, he's a guy that shot below 70% last season.
And he knocks down the first one.
Yeah, when Rondo gets motivated, and we've seen that now for a good stretch, he's as valuable as it gets.
The Jazz making a switch here. Bogdanovich is checked in, and the Clippers with a change here too. Batum's checked in. And Rondo drops them both. Jazz leading by 6. And here is Conley. 7 points in the game over Rondo. They get the rebound, and there's Favors putting it right back in.
And since the first quarter, we've seen them ease off on that long-range affair, and frankly, that's probably a good idea.
Now here's Rondo. He has 7, and George gets it to go.
Well, Paul George starting to feel real comfortable right now at the three-point line.
And so it's Mitchell who brings up the ball for the Jazz. They've led by as much as 10. And it's Conley penetrating. Doesn't go that time. Good D by Rondo. And here's George for 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Pretty much poor defensive effort there. You have to get a hand in his face when he's spotting up from distance.
The pass to Gobert. Back to Mitchell. Pass to Conley. The tray. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 3 assists in the game. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. Goes straight through the defender for the dunk. Draws the foul. He'll go to the line. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Well, that great body control there. George, tremendous athlete, takes the hit, and he makes that one count.
On the night, he's gone 2 for 2 at the stripe. Utah leading. Here's Mitchell. 14 points for him. Three seconds left. Oh, and the dunk by Mitchell.
A dynamic leaper with an impressive wingspan. Mitchell usually has some flashy dunks up his sleeve.
Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders. All right, David, thank you. We'll be back after halftime for the start of the third quarter.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
During the draft process in 2013, some scouts called Rudy Gobert too mild-mannered. Kenny, you wouldn't know it watching him now, would you?
Not at all. Well, he did lack strength to be physical early on in his career, but his body has matured. He's more assertive. He's confident, and also, you know, he's a vocal leader. That's grown.
And you got to credit Coach Schneider for Gobert's development as an enforcer. The Stifles Howard ability to intimidate sets the tone for this team.
Wow, for a guy who loves nicknames, how do you like Stifle Power?
Nice. I made it up. That's why I like it.
That's debatable.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. You look at Paul George in this game, guy, he's been everywhere.
Definitely been challenging the defense here early on, not settling for anything outside.
And you want these kind of nights where you can start to see those openings before they happen.
Taking a look at Los Angeles. Paul George is out there with Patrick Beverley. Then there's Kawhi Leonard. Then it's Marcus Morris. And it's Zubac in at the 5 spot. And Leonard gets it to go.
Well, Leonard taking initiative right now, has a good sense for where the misses are coming off the rim, and he's there ahead of time.
Mitchell with it. Guarded now by Morris. Shoots from 14, and it comes off the front of the rim. The Clippers trail for the tie. And there's the nice layup by George. George has got 26.
Paul George taking initiative tonight and going right at the defense.
O'Neal kicks to Mitchell. And there it is for him. Mitchell's got 18 points.
And that's how you draw it up right there. A screen to shed the defense, a quick move to the bucket, and you get the lay-in.
Outside, George. Banked in off the glass. George has got it all tied up now for Los Angeles.
That's 3 of 4 here to start the half.
Conley kicks to Gobert. Conley against Morris. Leonard with the steal. Now the Clippers moving it up. And Morris throws it down.
Yeah, just aggressive there. Instead of going to one of his patented shots inside, Morris just simply rises up to be free.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Outside Conley. And a bit of a battle here for the ball. The official signals a jump ball here. We have got to see that sensational mobile 1 block again.
And you can see the mindset he has. When the game's this close, he's going to bring it at that end of the floor.
And it's the Clippers with the ball. The Clippers have gotten 4 of their first 5 second-half shots to fall. 80% since the break. He gets a chance now to catch up with the 4th member of our crew, Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, Mike Conley is a 3-time Sportsmanship Award winner. He's also won the Teammate Award. And he's never been assessed a technical foul at any level of basketball. Now, some ask if going easy on the refs costs him calls down the road. But Coach Quinn Snyder said, it's hard to imagine that handling yourself with poise and respect can ever be a negative. Guys?
Well said. Thanks, David.
Shoot 2.
The first one falls. Good on both. Now, here's Mitchell. 18 points for him. And the rejection by Zubac. Gobert can't hit.
Yeah, the offense scuffling a bit to start this second half. Only 1 for the first 5.
And that one's good. Leonard.
So money on the catch and shoot. I don't know what the defense is doing there, giving Kawhi that shot.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Mitchell. And it's wide right. It's off the rim. Here's Los Angeles now. This run now up to 13-2.
And in a player empowerment era, no greater power move than Kawhi Leonard's last year. Fresh off a Finals MVP with the Raptors, he signed with his hometown Clippers and compelled a trade for Paul George.
Think about that 14-month run where Kawhi Leonard made his way to Toronto, a team that was on the cusp for many seasons. goes there, wins the MVP and the championship for the Raptors, and then ends up in his hometown of Los Angeles to try to do the same for the Clippers. Now that's getting it done and writing your own story.
Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. High post, Gobert. Back to Clarkson, and a beautiful feed leads to a monster jam.
Jordan Clarkson bringing it up to the 10.
Left side, George, and it's George finishing it off.
And they answer right back with as much force as possible.
This is a heavyweight battle, isn't it? Both teams trading punches. Now here is Conley. He's got 10. The shot by Clarkson, no good. In the third quarter with just over 3.5 minutes off the clock.
Total letdown by the D. Can't leave the bucket unprotected.
Absolutely. And it takes an easy 2 points onto the lead.
Will not find a higher percentage opportunity than that.
Here's Bogdanovich. 5 points in the game. Conley's shot is off.
I'd love to see them impose themselves a little more on the backboard. That's a great way to find confidence. Always a surefire way to get back in the game. It's been this way since halftime. Tremendous production from beyond the arc.
Yeah, pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits, and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And here is Conley. Kawhi Leonard getting his 3 to go. 5 to shoot. Conley kicks to Bogdanovich. The Jazz keeping it alive. A new 14. Conley against Beverly. Conley's shot is off. Los Angeles leading by 15. And it's Leonard with the jam.
And everything is dropping for them. Terrific second half run.
Well, with the confidence growing, that's one thing, but they seem to be getting more intense, and that's helping the quality of their play here.
And it's denied.
Can't be lazy around Patrick Beverly. He's going to get you down low with hands. That time, he blocks a shot.
Joe Ingles, he's checked in for Royce O'Neal. And Los Angeles making a change here as well. Jackson's checked in. And the Jazz with possession here. Trailing by 17. Down to 5 on the shot clock.
Oh boy, to be young again.
Makes you nostalgic, doesn't it? Conley against Beverly. He kicks to Jackson. Passes to Leonard. Leonard draws the double. Jackson from long range. Rebounded by the Jazz. Clarkson's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Now Ingles. 6 points for him. Conley left side. Over Beverly. Goes back up. And it's finished off inside by Gobert. Gobert's got 14 points.
Right through the contact. Gobert's added so much strength since being drafted back in 2013. It's helped all facets of his game.
Basket number 8 is all good. He's attempted 12 shots.
Maybe he's thinking at this point, man, somebody's got to help me. I can't do this all by myself.
Here's Jackson. Zubac trying to break loose. Jackson misses. Jazz trail by 11. Here's Conley. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. 12 points for him.
Came into the NBA as an average shooter at best. Conley's worked as hard as anyone to improve his shot. Part of why he's had such a stellar career.
Jackson misses. And it's Utah's ball. Good momentum, 8 straight points. Ingles dishes to Conley. At the elbow, it's Gobert. Over Jackson. No good off the back of the rim. And so it's Jackson who brings it up for the Clippers. 17 points was their biggest margin. Here's Bogdanovich. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And Bogdanovich clever at finding ways to get to the line. Love seeing the aggression come out here with the defense.
These are his third and fourth free throw attempts of the game. That free throw missing.
And Bogdanovich is a confident, efficient player, a guy who can play either the 2 or 3 spots on the floor.
Derek Favors checked in for the Jazz. The Clippers also making some changes. Serge Ibaka, he's checked in for Zubats. Batum comes in for Morris. Rajon Rondo subbed in for Patrick Beverley. And he sinks the second. Clippers leading by 8. Offside Rondo, stolen by Clarkson. And the Jazz pushing it up now. Conley's running. Second shot opportunity, and there's the nice layup by Ingles. Ingles has got his third bucket of the night.
Great hustle on display, and you know what? It's paying off with those second chance points.
Los Angeles calls timeout. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
The Jazz making a switch here. Mitchell's checked in. Los Angeles leading by 6. Rondo bounce pass. Here's Leonard. Offensive rebound. And he can't stop this drought. Another miss. Fast break. Here they come. From past the arc. Good on the triple. Mitchell's got 21 in the game.
And when he's hitting from deep, Mitchell's practically unguardable. Can't crowd him out there. He'll just drive right around him.
Rondo finds Leonard. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot 2. They get Derek Favors. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
And you look at his numbers from last year, 89% from the line, so hard to ask for much more than that.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good.
You think about how quickly it was that Kawhi Leonard just rocketed into superstardom. And as a leader of a very proud franchise, if you're a coach, he's everything you'd maybe want in a player.
Marcus Morris is checked in for the Clippers. Both free throws good from Kawhi Leonard.
And if they continue, Kevin, their outstanding free throw shooting, that'll help them seal the deal.
Mitchell passes to Favors. Clarkson against Jackson. Clarkson kicks to Bogdanovich. Great D that time from Batum.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Right side Leonard. Another shot and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
And Rondo playing with great energy right now, putting the defense in some very difficult spots.
This is his second trip to the free throw line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
No good on that one. And he misses the second one as well, so he is 0 for 2 that time. And no one near Clarkson as he lets it go. Misses the 3. Jackson with it. Now defended by Mitchell. Batum. That's good. And it's Jackson with the assist that time. Jackson's got his 8th assist here tonight. Pass to Favors. Clarkson against Leonard. Now, here's Clarkson. He's guarded closely. Count that one. Clarkson's got 4 this quarter.
And the strength of Clarkson on display. Awesome job fending off the defense and not letting that deter him from scoring.
And now Utah, fast break. Kicks it out to Mitchell. Off target from outside. And it's Rondo with the ball for Los Angeles. 17 points was their biggest margin. Jackson misses.
Yeah, the defense there in chill mode. We all know he can burn them from three-point range.
Here's Clarkson. And a miss there on the triple. Clippers leading by 5. There's the pass to Jackson. Drains it from beyond the arc. Jackson's got 15 points.
Yeah, you would think a coach might have talked to his defense about making the adjustment on him, but right now, he's just lighting him up.
Clarkson dishes to Favors. Mitchell outside. Ingles, that's for 2. They get it again. Tries again. That one, no good.
Hate to say it, but if they're still trailing at the final buzzer, a lot of this is going to be felt by him. His shooting tonight has just been atrocious.
Now, here's Mitchell. Following the miss by Marcus Morris. Clarkson finds Mitchell. Now here's Favors. Ingles passes to Mitchell. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Clarkson. He's covered by Rondo. The Jazz need to get off a shot here. Favors. That shot, no good. Good work defensively by Morris. A rebound by the Jazz. Ingles has got 6 rebounds in the game. Jackson comes over with the double. Ingles can't get it to go. Clippers leading by 8. Down low. Jackson kicks to Batum. Beyond the arc. And there's Jackson on the assist by Morris. He's got 18.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Kept alive. Ingles dishes to Bogdanovich. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. It's on Nicholas Batum. 3 trips to the line so far for him in this one. And the first one drops. And so Bogdanovich nails both of them. 15 seconds left to play in the third.
And really the smart thing would be to hold for the last shot.
Every second right now is valuable to you. That should be their strategy.
Here's Mitchell. And the shot is long. And so it's the Los Angeles Clippers ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They've done a lot of great work from long range. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. And how about a look now at our assist to the game? Brought to you by State Farm.
And how about the floor generalship right here? I mean, showing us why they're always in good hands when he's the man in charge.
Great hands, great vision. That makes great things happen for your offense.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this fourth and final quarter. Jazz trail by 9. We've got Bojan Bogdanovic. Joe Ingles is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Favors, and it's O'Neal in at the 4 slot. That's the group right now for Utah. Now, here's Ingles. And Derek Favors with the slam.
And hard to decide which was better, the pass, the catch, or the slam.
Oh, there's no wrong answer. Sensational alley-oop.
A fundamental footwork and boxing out there that allowed him to rip that ball right off the rim.
O'Neal trying to break free. And there's Favors putting it right back in.
Well, a missed box out and an easy tip in, but it's because of the activity as the ball is going up, finding yourself in the right spot, just using some effort.
Now here's Rondo. High post try. Bogdanovic grabs the miss. Bogdanovic has got rebound number 8 now on the night. And it's Mitchell missing.
Just not sure if he ran out of energy at halftime or what, but so far just not himself in the second half.
And so it's Bogdanovic who brings up the ball for the Utah Jazz. Here in the fourth quarter, their defense has been very strong, allowing no baskets. Yep, it goes, and the Clipper lead is cut down now to just 2 points with that basket from Ingles. Outside, George. And the layup falls. That's now 32 points for Paul George.
And when they've gone to him, he has come through big time. You got to keep getting him touches.
Morris against Mitchell. Here's Favors. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with deceptive speed and a lengthy wingspan, defenders can sometimes just get stuck fouling Favors.
And that one falls for Favors. For the Jazz, Rudy Gobert comes in for Bogdanovic. And it's Mike Conley in for Joe Ingles. And then for Los Angeles, Ivica Zubac has checked in for Leonard. And it's Patrick Beverley in for Rajon Rondo. And so Favors nails both of them. Clippers have gone 1 of 4 since the end of the third quarter. Morris outside. Pass to George. Lets it go from deep. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
Down the stretch, he's been flat out awesome. He helped them get the lead, and now he's making sure they keep it.
Mitchell is doubled. And here's Conley outside. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 4 assists now tonight. Beverley deciding where to go with it, and the layup's good off the glass.
He's attacking right now. Patrick Beverley just getting fired up, and his team is doing the same.
Mitchell outside. They get it back. And he gets the whistle for the 3-second call. Clippers leading by 4. Passes it to Zubats. Pass to Morris. Over O'Neal. And no good. The Jazz go the other way with it.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
The Clippers have gone 3 of 7 from the floor in the fourth. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Batum brings length and a versatile game to his spot on the wing, and his defense always a big asset for this team. He's the kind of player that everybody needs to have out there, kind of a glue guy.
Shooting 2.
First free throw is good. He's perfect from the line this time. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Conley finds Mitchell. The Jazz working the ball around now. Over George. Here's Favors. Paul George with the steal. And oh, here we go with George. Nobody back. Good.
Guy's got some of the best hands in the league. Paul George instincts right there. Pokes that ball away.
Shot.
Jazz trail by 9. Mitchell passes to Favors. Can they get it? Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. Mitchell's got 5 assists in the game. Clippers have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Mitchell against George. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
That's some physical defense against Morris, who attacks with one of his many moves, and we'll just see what he does here at the line.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
First one falls for him. Bogdanovich is checked in for the Jazz. And Morris drops them both. Here's Conley. Mitchell with it. Outside Conley. Stolen by Beverly. And oh, here we go. Batum's got it. Galloping the fast break chance. A solo fast break. Here's Gobert. Finish off the break.
Changing ends quickly. He's rewarded with a high percentage look.
Yeah, the defense trying to do their best to slow him down, but when he gets room like that, you got to look out.
Now, here's George. They get it back. Zubats. And the dunk by Zubats.
That's what he gives you, a big-time presence on the glass.
And you know what, Greg? Once he gets his hands on it, he's not even thinking about kicking it out.
Oh, his competitiveness right now is why the teammates love him.
Here's Mitchell. for Beverly. And it's Mitchell missing.
Sometimes you just have an off night, guys, and that's what we've seen so far.
George passes to Morris. Kicks it to Beverly. And it's out of bounds. The Clippers able to retain possession here. Clarkson, he's checked in for Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. From deep, and they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And so Gobert will bring it up for Utah. To the middle. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's on Nicholas Batum.
An improved free throw shooter compared to his earlier seasons. Nice to see Gobert attack his weakness.
The free throw drops for Gobert. And Gobert drops them both. Clippers leading by 7. And here's George. And it goes down 2 points. George has got 40 points.
Well, he doesn't look satisfied with the lead right now. He wants more, and he looks like he's going to get it.
Clarkson against George. Now, here's Clarkson. Defense is right there. Conley gets the bucket.
And with that 3, his second of the half, he's equaled his total from before the break.
Clarkson against George. And there's the pass to Zubac. And George kicks to Batum. Over Gobert. Gobert with the block. And now Utah, fast break. And Bogdanović throws it down. That gives him the double-double. 10 points and 10 rebounds.
Fundamentals, guys, using the one-hand slam.
Really makes the basics look pretty exceptional. And the Clippers call time here. And now we present our New Balance Player of the Game, Paul George.
And what an amazing ball game we've seen from him. It's been a one-man show worth the price of admission all by itself. There wasn't anything he couldn't do on that court tonight.
And the Clippers making a switch here. Leonard's checked in, and let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin, during that last break, I heard Tyronn Lue as he talked with the team. He said, I love how we're shooting the basketball. You guys have been locked in from 3. Just keep taking makeable shots. If you don't have it, pass it to the guy who does. Kevin?
And we're going to have a jump ball. It's tied up there. Clippers with the ball. Clarkson against George. The Jazz working the ball around now. Clarkson dishes to Gobert. It's hauled in by Zubats. Zubats has got double-digit rebounds now in the game. Leonard with no one around. Cans it from downtown. Leonard's got 18 points now here in the second half. Jazz trail by 7. Here's Clarkson. Pass to Gobert. Back to Clarkson. Passes it to Conley. Shoots. Good. Nothing but net. Conley's got 8 points here in this quarter.
I'm impressed with Conley's scoring ability here. He's an alert guard who understands how to attack the defense.
Now here's Beverly. George double teamed. Here's Zubats. Mike Conley with the rebound. Utah has gone 3 of 5 from beyond the arc since the final quarter's gotten underway. Here's Clarkson. Off target with his 3.
Yeah, the three-pointer has not been his weapon in this one. He had 1 in the first quarter and still 0 here in the second.
And now Utah, fast break. Conley for 3. Batum grabs the miss. Batum's got 12 rebounds here tonight. Big time effort. The dish to George. Stolen by O'Neal. Conley with it. George picks him up. O'Neal against Batum. And here's Bogdanovich for 3. He can't get that one to fall. Great D that time from Leonard. George passes to Leonard. Count it. Good.
And you have to like how they're getting the ball inside this half. They didn't have as much success in the paint earlier, but they're finally getting it done down low.
Jazz trail by 8. Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Utah calls timeout. Without question, George displaying his skills today.
Just killing it from deep. They've got to be all up in his jersey at all times. Give him even an inch, and you're just asking for him to drop another triple on you.
Bogdanovich passes to Clarkson. A second chance effort. Can't hit from in close. Los Angeles leading by 8. The open shot by Leonard. Again, Los Angeles.
You know, what a game by Leonard, but you wouldn't know it by the way he's reacting out there. Just stone-faced, but getting the job done.
Clarkson against George. Goes back up. And it's the Clippers with the rebound. And here's Leonard from 3. And another 3 for the Clippers.
Bottom line, you need shooters on your team who can space the floor.
Oh, there's no doubt he's a legitimate threat from downtown, and he's demonstrating that in this game.
Offensive rebound. It's good, and the Clipper lead is cut down to 11 on the bucket from Rudy Gobert.
And using his insane wingspan and athletic frame, Gobert can flat out dominate down low.
Leonard and Kawhi Leonard with the slam.
Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Here's Clarkson. Gobert trying to get open. Second chance shot. Scooped up. Tough sequence there. They just couldn't get it to fall. And so George will bring it up for the Clippers. Over Gobert. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Batum.
And these are the types of games where one team clearly has the edge. Tonight, it will be a win by a large margin for the Clippers.
It was like watching a three-point shooting contest tonight here.
And they just didn't seem to let up. Whether the last several shots went down or not, 3 after 3, it just seemed to pay off for them.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Leonard.
And guys, I just felt he was tremendous tonight. His energy infected his teammates, and the wrecking ball on both ends.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
It's Conley's ability to hit the long ball that makes him such an asset. Stretches the floor and creates space.
And it's Beverly missing.
And I think they realize any hope of a comeback is gone.
Well, realistic at this stage of the game, they're going to lose this one, but will they take something from the loss?
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
Yeah, looks like a veteran team tonight, getting out on the road, playing with assertiveness, confidence, fully in control for this win.
Now here's Leonard. Pass to Batum. So the Clippers winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one they'll feel very good about.
And let's face it, anytime you can go on the road and win in the fashion they did, you have to feel good about it. Really an outstanding effort all the way around.
It's time now to go courtside as we send you over to David Aldridge from the sideline. David, take it away.
Thank you, Kevin. Kawhi, you seem to pick it up offensively.
All right, David, thank you. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Brent Barry, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for watching the NBA, presented by 2K Sports. We'll see you next time.